Welcome to the Healing Codes podcast. I'm Julie Williams, your host, exploring the deeper patterns that shape our lives and offering insights, tools, and perspectives to help you reconnect with your innate capacity to heal, grow, and thrive. In this episode, we'll explore why feeling different from your family may be part of your role in helping your family system evolve, how the family soul shapes inherited patterns, and how family constellation work helps restore the flow of love. The shift of carrying ancestral burdens to embodying ancestral wisdom, resilience, and life force, and why helping yourself might be one of the greatest gifts you can offer your family and future generations. Have you ever had the feeling that you were born into your family for a reason? Not because your family is perfect, not because your path has been easy, but because somewhere deep inside, there is a sense that your life is part of something larger than yourself. Many people who find their way to healing work share a similar experience. They love their family deeply, yet they often feel different. They ask questions others might not be asking. They become curious about emotions, relationships, spirituality, health, consciousness, and healing. They feel called towards growth, while other members of the family seem content to stay within familiar patterns. This difference can feel confusing. It can create a sense of isolation. It can even create the feeling that something is wrong. Yet after 20 years of family constellation work, I have come to a very different understanding. What if the people who feel different are often the very people helping the family soul evolve? On June 16th, my new book, Om Lala, The Power of Positivity Guidebook, will be released into the world on Amazon, so mark your calendars and get your copy when it's out. It's a collaborative book with 24 different authors writing their stories and practices to transform life's challenges into lessons of love, healing, and divine wisdom. If you'd like to be part of the launch team, I'm recruiting now, where you can receive an advanced copy. I'll post the link on how to sign up for that in the show notes. My chapter is called My Dog is My Guru: Finding Love from Inherited Pain to Authentic Belonging. It's a chapter about how family constellations and my dog Gabe helped me find the true meaning of love and embody belonging in ways I never could before. Over the past few months of writing and editing and reflecting, I've found myself returning to this theme again and again. How do we transform life's challenges into wisdom? Not just intellectually or by putting a positive spin on different experiences, but in a genuine and embodied way that changes how we live. The more I reflected on that question, the more I realized that it sits at the very heart of family constellation work, because many of the challenges we experience are invitations to see something larger than ourselves, to widen our perspective, to see the bigger picture for the opportunities these challenges are giving us. And family constellation work does the same. It allows us to look at what's happening in our life and widen the view and look at our entire family soul and see those connections and how we may be replaying the past, but also how by connecting with our ancestral support, we can live a more positive and empowered life. For example, a challenge often arrives looking like a problem, something that triggers anxiety, self-doubt, relationship struggles, exhaustion, people-pleasing, difficulty receiving, difficulty trusting, difficulty belonging, or the feeling that no matter how much inner work we do, something continues to pull us back into familiar patterns. When we first encounter these challenges, it is a natural way to assume that they belong entirely to us. We search for answers in our personality, our choices, our mindset, our past experiences. Yet Family Constellations invites us to consider another possibility. What if some of the struggle we carry is connected to a larger story? What if they are connected to the invisible bonds of love and loyalty that exist between generations? This is where the concept of the family soul becomes so helpful. The family soul is a living field that connects everyone who belongs to your family system. It includes those who came before us, those who are here now, and those who will come after us. It carries the joys and the sorrows of the family, the triumphs and the losses. It carries the love that binds a family together and the experiences that have shaped the generations. Whether you're aware of it or not, you are influenced by this field. You may have noticed this in your own life. Patterns that seem to repeat through generations, themes that appear again and again in relationships, health, money, success, or emotions that seem larger than the circumstances that trigger them. Family Constellations reveals that many of these experiences arise from a beautiful impulse within the family soul, seeking belonging and wanting to show love. The challenge is that love does not always flow in the way we imagine. When a parent suffers, a child wants to help. When a family experiences loss, later generations often feel called to carry something on behalf of those who came before. When pain exists within a system, love naturally seeks a way to respond. Over the years, I have sat with thousands of people in constellations, and one pattern appears again and again. People who are deeply loving often carry far more than what belongs to them. They carry responsibility for their parents' happiness, grief that began generations before they were even born, and guilt when life begins to go well. And because they are loving people, they rarely question it. But the moment that you see that trying to heal your family pain by joining in it won't do anything but add more pain to the system, something shifts. You begin to understand that love and belonging are not tied to how much you can endure or help or repeat generational patterns. That the best way to help your family is by setting down that family pain and embracing your life fully. This is one of the great gifts of family constellation work. It shows us that love flows most powerfully when each person carries what belongs to them and receives support from the generations that came before. This understanding eventually became the foundation for what I now call movements of the family soul. After facilitating hundreds of constellations, if not thousands, I began noticing that healing followed certain patterns. Whenever people experienced profound shifts, similar movements seemed to occur within the family soul. Over time, these observations evolved into 6 movements of the family soul, which have become the foundation of my own approach to family constellation work. These movements, when worked in a particular order, can bring forward a complete soul transformation, allowing you to not only set down the family burden and embrace your life fully, but also to allow you to receive abundance more fully, to let go of the drama in your life, and to find and fulfill your true purpose in life. You can find out more about these movements, including an ebook, on-demand courses, and the one-to-one sessions that I offer that can help you uncover and release these ancestral entanglements that have been holding you back on my website, www.consciousness-medicine.com. When you take your place in the system, rather than unconsciously stepping into the role of parent, protector, rescuer, caretaker, something extraordinary happens. Energy that was previously invested in carrying others' burdens becomes available for living. Creativity, joy, presence, purpose, and life force energy becomes available. And this is where I believe ancestral healing becomes ancestral empowerment, because the goal is not simply to release the burdens of the past. It is to become more available to life, to receive the gift that has traveled through generations to reach you, to participate in the evolution of the family soul by fully inhabiting your own place within it. And this is where the greatest reframe of all begins, knowing that helping your family has less to do with carrying their pain and more to do with receiving your own life. Realizing that your greatest contribution you can make to the generations that came before you is to live fully, love deeply, create boldly, and allow life to move through you without carrying what was never yours to hold. And the understanding that the very thing that once made you feel different is the gift that allows you to help write a new chapter for generations to come. Before we finish today, I'd like to leave you with a short reflection that you might want to journal on. You don't need to have all the answers. Simply allow whatever arises to arise with curiosity and compassion. First, just take a few slow breaths and bring to mind your parents, your grandparents, and the generations that came before you. As you reflect on your life, ask yourself, what burdens have I been carrying that may not fully belong to me? Perhaps it's responsibility, worry, guilt, sadness, perfectionism, self-sacrifice, or the belief that life must be difficult. Without judging yourself, just simply notice what comes to mind. Next, ask, who in my family might have carried this before me? You don't need certainty. Allow your intuition to guide you. Imagine standing in front of your ancestors and see them behind you, generation upon generation, stretching back through time. Take a moment to acknowledge the bigness of what they lived through, the challenges they faced, the sacrifices that they made, the life that was passed from one generation to the next until it reached you. Then you can write the following words in your journal or speak them aloud with me here. Dear ancestors, I honor your journey and all that you have carried. I thank you for the gift of life that has come through you to me. Take pause and notice what arises, and then continue. With love and respect, I allow you to carry what belongs to you, and I allow myself to carry what belongs to me. Take a breath and just notice the sensations and feelings that you have as you speak those words of handing back anything you might be carrying for the ancestors with full honor and respect and humility. Finally, place a hand on your heart and write or speak, I am the little one. You are the big ones. I accept life exactly as you gave it to me, and I now choose to live it fully. Sit quietly for a moment and notice what changes in your body. Maybe you feel lighter. Maybe you feel emotional. You may feel nothing at all. Just trust whatever experience unfolds. This practice is not about cutting the ties to your family or rejecting your family's struggles. It is about honoring them so completely that you no longer need to carry what burdens run through your system in order to belong or be loved. It is about embodying the knowledge of authentic belonging by being born into your system. You are loved and you belong. Thank you for listening today. It was an honor to hold space for you. If you'd like to find out more about me and my work, please go to my website, www.consciousness-medicine.com, where you can also sign up for my free e-newsletter and stay connected on social media from the links on the homepage.